All right, so today we're going to talk about filters. We're going to talk about VND, polarizer, and ProMIST filters, what they do and why you need them. It basically has all the basics. You need a VND, a polarizer, and a ProMIST if you like that look, which I have there, and we're going to talk about that one in a second. This is a filter that I have on right now, and that's why I'm so, or at least evenly exposed, because if I take it off, just look at what happens. Let me just get this straight in here, and I'm taking it off. And if I take it off, just see how it is exposed. And by the way, with this firmware update, it's tracking me still, even though I'm all blown out. So here's what happens with the filter. This is a VND filter and a polarizer as well. And let me put it on. And we're gonna first talk about the VND part. It's like sunglasses. That's what everyone says. It's just like sunglasses for your camera. It basically just blocks or diminishes the light that hits the sensor so that it's not blown out. That's basically what it does. So this one has 7 stops. And what it means is that if I move this to the right, it's gonna go to the 3 up here, and you can see that it increases or diminishes the amount of light that is blocking, and more light is hitting the sensor. And if I move it to the left, you see that I'm getting darker because it's diminishing the light even more. Okay, so it hit the 7 there, and you can see I'm all dark now. So I think the perfect spot is around here, 3 and 4. I'm seeing it on the camera also because it has a vector scope. As you can see right there, the vector scope lets me know if it's too blown out or not in the parade. And this is another type of filter that this kit has, which is a polarizer. All right, so now let me show you what a polarizer does. What I think it does, I haven't read it. What I see it does is that it kind of lowers the highlights and lifts the shadows a little bit. So if I unscrew this a little bit, let me see if it's in focus here. All right, so perfect it is. I'm supposed to be able to move just the VND. You see that the arrow here still is the same. So let me actually increase the VND a little bit more so I can see the changes on the sky. And if I turn it around, you can see that the sky either gets darker and I get a little, and the shadows get lift up a little bit. And if I turn it around, now the sky is blown out, so it diminishes the highlights and or lifts the shadows. That's what it does. So let's do it one more time. You see there how it diminished the highlights. And now let's turn it around again, and you see as well here in the camera how the zebras are back, letting us know that the highlights are blown out when I do it. Let me show you. So if I turn it around, you'll see what changes it does to the highlights. And if I turn it around again, see what it does. You see that the zebras are moving because the highlights are getting under control. And I forget to mention that polarizers also diminish reflections on water or glass and are commonly used to be able to see through windows. Like Peter McKinnon here showing his newest all-in-one filter kit. All right, so now we're gonna test the ProMIST or MIST filter as well from Freewell. And this little filter attaches magnetically. Let me make sure you can see it. It just attaches magnetically, just like that. And it's supposed just to kind of fade the image, kind of lower the sharpness so everything looks more smooth. And people like me who have a lot of pimples or scars or whatever, it helps with that. And you can also add it in post, but it's good. People like it. I like the look straight from the camera, even though I do some in post as well. And I'm gonna leave a link in the description below in case you're interested in buying this kit. The only downside, let me tell you, I found with this kit is that, for example, the ProMIST filter and any other filter that can be attached, it only works with the VND on. So if you take it off, let me show you. I'm taking it off. Let me put it here because I've dropped it a couple of times already. So if I take it off, and assistant, thank you. I'm all blown out, but that's not what matters now. What I want to show you is that you cannot attach it to the camera. You see? It's impossible. Okay, so let me put it back. All right, so evenly exposed there. Okay, so as you can see, we can only use it with the VND and polarizer on, which makes it a little awkward and not convenient if you are recording indoors or if you don't have enough control of your lights or it's not strong enough. It's gonna look too dark. Okay, so let's put it on. All right, so hope you liked the video, hope you liked the view. I love nature. And if you did, remember to subscribe and see you in the next one.